wrong angle.
Is that right?
You hit the right button.
Is that the red button? Oh.
Yes.
Oh. I was gonna say, I hit the red one.
You know, you can. Sir, you're waiting somebody to present. Nope. Yeah, that's much better. That way you don't have to look at yourself. George, look at yourself.
I hate to look at myself on
I
TV.
do too. I don't like it. And the high definition is 10 times worse.
So you guys want to speak?
See ya.
Oh, and you could Photoshop it. And they'll say, my, she looks like she's 40. We're pretty busy here.
First item is, if you have a cell phone, please turn it off or turn it to vibrate. Next item is the minutes.
Second.
With the change.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. JD. Is there a motion on personnel transactions?
Move it.
Second.
Discussion. I'll pass it around for signatures. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then we have a retiree, Ron, who is wanting to stay on the county health insurance.
I moved that.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, JD. You notice a property sale.
This is a set the public hearing, isn't it?
Right.
On May 14th, I'll move it at 10:17.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we got parcel 510-465 and 510-480 for the 14th day of May, 10:15. Is there a motion?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, City of Warren Council member appointment. Is there a motion?
Motion that Thomas Sant take over the office. So.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have the liquor license.
I move for Cutters.
Others.
Mhm.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The sheriff's quarterly report.
I move that we receive that quarterly report.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Nara.
Morning.
Morning.
First item we have on the agenda is the approval of the contract and bond for our pavement marking project for 2013.
Move it.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
The locations for your signature, Larry, are marked, so. Next is consider the 2013 County Weed Commissioner Certificate.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
bid tabulation forms for everybody here. We're doing the tandem axle truck first. You don't want me pulling out those injuries. The first bid is from I-State Truck Center. These are for our fiscal year 2014 budget. We acquire them early so that we have a chance to have them delivered before winter. The bid price from I-State is $186,575, $186,575. $29,000 trade-in offered. Net price $157,575.
And who is that?
That's I-State Truck Center. That's the local Freightliner dealer. We've had a lot of names change in the last couple of years, so.
What were they before?
Help me out.
What, Mark?
I-State, what they used to be.
Used to be Holcomb.
Holcomb, yeah, thank you.
Okay, that helps us. On
I'd
our
take it,
sheets,
that's
we're
not
going,
much.
what, yeah.
Next is Boyer Ford Trucks of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Now this has some additional warranty information that we'll have to sort out, so we had an addendum go out on the warranty because the warranties that we formerly ordered were no longer available. They got there a little late, they sent that along as a sealed document that arrived yesterday in my office, so there may be some adjustment in this price when we get toward award time. The dealers have all worked and helped us find a better warranty that more closely meets our mileage and yet still covers some new components that have been added to trucks in recent years that are giving us some maintenance concerns, so. Purchase price of the truck, $181,620, $181,620. Trade-in on vehicle number one, $37,000. Net purchase price with trade, $144,620. Next one is Cornhusker International Trucks of Sioux City. Net purchase price of truck and equipment, $194,590. Trade-in, $194,590. Trade-in, $33,000. Net purchase price with trade, $161,590. $161,590. Next, we have a quotation from Peterbilt of Sioux City. Purchase price of truck and equipment, $196,068. $196,068. Less trade-in for vehicle number one, $25,000. Net purchase price with trade, $171,068. $200,300. Less trade on our vehicle, $20,500. Net purchase price, $179,800. That appears to conclude the bids for trucks.
Your motion.
And move that we refer the bids to the engineer for his recommendation.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next, we have motor graders. The first bid is from Ziegler Caterpillar. Net bid without trade-in, $288,265. $288,265. Trade-in on our current unit number 412, that's a John Deere motor grader, $66,500. Net bid, $221,765. We're trading off a machine out of District 4. This unit will be assigned to District 3. And then the current District 3 unit, which had a rebuild on transmission and engine within the last couple of years, will be transferred down to be the spare for District 4. So this one will be out of, I think, the Hampton garage when it's done. We're trying to look more at when the equipment ought to go rather than whose turn it is necessarily. And trying to trade machines at a time where their cash value is more positive for us and where we'll get better usefulness out of it. The next one is from Murphy Tractor and Equipment, also of Sioux City. This is for John Deere. Net bid without trade, $262,877. $262,877. Trade-in on bid on unit 412 is $65,450. Net bid, including trade, is $197,427. $197,427.
Is there a motion?
Do you need to review these bids?
Yes,
I would prefer Mark to review the bids.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Marcus.
Yes. You're up already?
Doesn't take us long.
All right, we're up for the approval of a resolution establishing the Woodbury Park Urban Renewal Tax Increment Revenues Fund, which transfers about $100,000 to the resolution. For which fund this? General fund. General fund to a TIF account fund. This money is being used as a loan to ourselves in order to pay a portion of the road costs, or the costs incurred for the road to CF Industries. So that's what it's all about, and this establishes a TIF and the ability to pay back the funds that are going to be needed to construct that road.
Will we have to do a resolution every year to move,
Yes.
like another 100,000 next
Right.
year?
Yes, yes.
Because originally we did have 800,000 there, but if we put it in there, we have to move it. And at this point in time, we really don't have 800,000. At this point in time, we move over. So talking to Bob Johnson, our bonding attorney, he recommended 100,000. And then from the general fund. So as we go along, get up to the 800,000, we do it from the general fund. We could potentially do it from riverboat and local option. We can spread this thing over, the year and a half.
Gives us a lot of flexibility there.
Yes.
Of course, this all gets paid back through the revenue
Revenue.
generated from the CFO.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd move on that.
Discussion? Anybody wish to be heard? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
John, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for your service to Woodbury County.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is my last act, the tip.
I
Who would have known?
That's right.
It's kind of symbolic though, don't you think? It's your last act. Because really, with your vision, I know this is CF, but your vision was to do development along the corridor, I-29 corridor. I think you pushed our thinking beyond what we normally
Absolutely.
think. You're an out-of-the-box kind of guy, which I think this area needs an out-of-the-box kind of guy or gal, to offer different ideas. And I know you've traveled the world, you've lived many different places, and I think that's what you have been able to bring to us. Not all the ideas
Well, thank you.
obviously have stuck, but I think they will. I just think you were early in the progression of thinking. I've always thought you were just a little bit ahead of the rest of us,
The
but
bleeding edge, right?
and oftentimes those people, are valued after the fact. I mean, they are. If you look at it, the pioneers, for years to come, you're looked on like, yeah, that's what that guy was talking about 10 years ago, or 100 years ago, or 50 years ago. So I think you got us going on our way, and you've brought us a long way. So
And I
thank you.
appreciate all of you. It's been a great 8 years. I'm gonna miss Karen the most though. And, no, it was a great period, and I think that as far as Liberty is concerned, I just wish that how should I say this? That it gets out there that really who we are for those people. We're not against those people. And we want them to, to have a plan, to have income, and have a secure and more fruitful life, and have more income, values go up. I think that that's the intent of everything that the board has done is in good faith towards to doing that. I appreciate that. I'll be on the beach with my tablet, checking in to see whether the farmers have come around to planting Liberty or not. But in any event, thank you very, very much for a great experience, and it was certainly worth my while to come to Sioux City. People thought when I left Santa Barbara that I was nuts.
And the people here, no, it just.
Obviously,
You know that you are.
Here they got the, so I can't without a home, but I can't thank you enough for this experience the last 8 years. It's been a tremendous honor to be with the county and to know each one of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob. Is there anything the board wants to bring up?
I have one thing, and I forgot to bring, does anyone take the Des Moines Register? There was an interesting editorial in there yesterday about how we can promote economic development. Since we're just leaving this topic, it was by a fellow, Richard Doak, I think is how you say his name, and he's always interesting to read. And he talked about the rural communities and how young people are just not seen in the small towns, and we all know that, because they're moving out and there aren't too many live births, maybe even in those many of our small communities. So he spoke to the fact that maybe what counties need to do is to help the larger cities with economic development, that by helping the larger cities, then in turn you do help the smaller rural communities. So, because maybe they're the bedroom communities that do drive in and work at the city. So I did think about, where we're gonna go from here, thinking about Rob departuring and continuing on with the vision, and really with that northern interchange, that's gonna help Sioux City, it's gonna help the region, but it also benefits all the smaller towns because not everyone is gonna wanna live in the bigger city. So as much as, I think we're on the right track, and it just reaffirmed the thinking that we need to help our towns, and we have the ability to work together and do regional planning, and if we don't do that, we're just gonna be stuck where we are and really go backwards. We won't even stay stable. We'll lose. So I was going to copy it and bring it and give it to everybody, but
That one right there.
I don't know if it was that one.
It's where are we in rural Iowa headed?
Yes, it was thought-provoking, I thought, for us as a board. But anyway, that's it.
Well, I think we're on the cutting edge of this, and I think we've been there for a while, particularly with our creation of the Economic Development Department and our experience with Rob. I think he's done, a great job. This is not a real easy job to do because there's not a whole lot of resources, out there in the rural area for us to work with. They just don't have it, and we have to provide those resources if we can do that, and also provide the opportunity for their survival and their growth. And we've done a lot over the years that you've been with us, Rob. Thanks for leading us to that point. I know that there's been a lot of criticism of you out there in the rural area, but I look at what's been accomplished, the small business developments that's occurred out there. It's been really, really important. This Liberty Park thing, I think we have to keep right at that because it is the future for Woodbury County. I think a result of that vision, I think helped us bring in CF Industries into this community. We've developed, I think, a better collaboration with other bodies in this community because of the initiation that we've taken through you. I just wish that we would have had more financial resources to provide to the department. The money that we spent seems like a lot of money to folks out there, but it really isn't if you compare it to other governmental bodies. But with the money that we spent, I think the results have been great and that for the future of this community. So I would agree with that article to a certain extent. I think that we still have to build those small communities because they're very, very important to the survival of any county for that matter. And I just don't want to see them as bedroom communities all the time either. There are things out there that can happen for them, and we need to provide that resource for those smaller communities.
You'll have to read it because it was just a different way to think about how you build those small communities, and maybe it's focusing on a few of the larger ones. I mean, it was just his, obviously his opinion, but it was
just to bounce off of that. I will throw in, the things that we're trying to do with the Expo Center in Mobile. I'm just hoping we can get the support of the community out there to do that because it will be of a tremendous economic benefit for that specific area, and not only for them, but also for the Sioux City area, because we will be, if that happens, there will be hundreds of thousands of people coming to this community for wholesome family activities in the community. And I just hope that the community sees that and and we can grow with that. Now, that's going to take some work for us to convince some people of that, but I think that's a positive for this entire county that can develop into something really, really positive. That's just my comments. And I'll shut up.
I'm done too.
Yeah, right.
I just wanted to let you know, if you haven't heard yet, our resource manager at Snyder Van, Mark Canfield, is retiring May 31st, 2 weeks short of 41 years.
Oh my God.
We have a board meeting at Snyder Van Park this Thursday, starting at 5, and at 6 o'clock, we're gonna have kind of a reception, recognition event for him right after the meeting there. And I'd like to invite you all to come down to that.
What is it now?
It's just a
Friday?
little reception in honor of his retirement.
Sure. Okay.
And right at 6 o'clock. Be right at the shop. Looks like the weather's not going to be nice enough Thursday again, so we'll be inside there.
Thursday
That's not even, yeah. Actually, we have, almost half of our full-time staff has been eligible to retire at some time, so we're anticipating another one a year from now, or about 18 months from now. Let's see how the others fall in after that, so changes in store for our department.
Can you send us an email on the time and place?
I sure can.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right.
Rick, I've got something for you.
We're all reading it on the way. Like, what is it? We all know what it is now.
This gentleman called me with, kind of explain about the road down, what's the name of the park in Smithland?
Southwood.
Southwood.
Yep.
Anyway, give him a call and just tell him what, plans you have to fix them.
Yep, we're working on that. We've been trying to, I always impose upon Mark's department for design work and things like that, but.
If you weren't here, that's who else I was gonna get.
No, I see, yeah. But we wanna get rid of that S curve. It's a horrendous problem for us. And, hopefully by this fall, we'll be redoing that in there.
If you just call the guy, I appreciate it.
Sure, yep, will do.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rick.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We stand adjourned.